And I'm going to start by sharing my screen. So today, the way we're going to do this call is I'm going to run through a couple things. Copper, don't interrupt me. I'm going to be talking about Diamond being a mindset, because it really 100% is. And then after I go through the content of the call, we have a message from Brittany. She pre-recorded a video because she's unable to speak on the call because she's at work. And then I did want to ask those Diamonds who are on the call to share their reason for going Diamond, like why they decided to go Diamond, and then how it changed their business. And Copper's gonna bark the entire time, so just because I'm not getting up and letting him outside. So I want you guys to look at Diamond as a mindset, because it 100% is, and it's something that you have to set. Go sit on your bed. Hold on a minute. It's gonna drive me nuts. Lay on your bed. Let me get his stick. This thing's gonna come in clutch. Here, chew your stick. Sorry, I couldn't do it if he was just gonna sit there and bark. Distracting. Okay, so Diamond is 100% a mindset, and the thing that separates coaches who have achieved Diamond and coaches who have not is maybe they haven't decided that they're going all in for it. And I can say this because I was a coach who took a really long time to hit Diamond. However, when I decided to go Diamond, it didn't take me that long. So I was a coach for 8 months before I hit Diamond, but when I decided, like, I am a Diamond coach, I am pushing for Diamond, I will make this happen, it only took me like less than 2 months to do it. So this is something that you have to make that decision that you are a Diamond coach and you are going to get there. And everybody on this call can achieve Diamond. It's not something that is, like this big crazy thing that nobody can achieve. It's not like, climbing Mount Everest. Maybe not everybody can do that, but everybody can hit Diamond once you decide you're going to do it, and then you go ahead and make that happen. So also keep in mind, this is a stepping stone goal. This is not your end goal as a coach. It's not like you get to Diamond and then you're like set for life. Like, this is a stepping stone goal. And if you want to get any further in this business, you have to hit Diamond first. Now, everyone's journey to Diamond is different. Everyone on this team who has hit Diamond, it looked different when they got there. But this thing that is the same is it required hard work. It required dedication. It required effort. And something that you should be doing right now, if Diamond is a goal of yours, which it should be for everybody, like I shouldn't even be saying if you want to succeed in this business, you should be pushing for Diamond. But you have to be doing personal development about leadership. Personal development, focusing on being a leader, because that's what you, as a Diamond, you are a leader. And I mean, as an Emerald, you're a leader too, but you have to really work on your leadership skills, because as you grow a team, that becomes more and more and more important for you to have really strong leadership skills. So I really recommend, especially for this topic, the 10X rule is great for leadership. The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster is awesome. Anything by John Maxwell is great for leadership. Those are just a few of my faves. If anyone on this call has any other books that they have read that are really helpful for that topic as well, if you want to drop them in the chat. But really focusing on doing PD that is for leadership is going to make a huge difference. If you're just doing PD like just to do it, that's not like something specific that you need right now, then it's not going to really help you with this goal that you have. I mean, it will with your mindset, but leadership's important too. So as you can see, all of these photos that you're seeing, these are coaches on this team who have hit Diamond. And there are a lot of them. Like, there are several slides, and every slide has at least 2 people on them. So Diamond is not something that is impossible. If it was, none of us would have done it. We're not like magical unicorns. Everyone on this team can do this. So just keep that in mind as you see all these faces. Just know that they worked really hard to get there, and it's not something that just happened for them. And all the things I'm going through on this call is going to teach you exactly how to get there and make it a priority for your business. So step 1 of hitting Diamond is setting that goal, and setting a goal that stretches you, not a baby goal, not a I'll be Diamond in a year goal. If you say you're going to be Diamond in a year, it's going to take a year to achieve that. And it's not something that should take a year to do. Now, if you've been a coach for a year, maybe you haven't really set that goal hard. Maybe you just said, I want to be a diamond coach, but you didn't set that goal and you didn't make it rock solid. Maybe you didn't give it a goal date. Maybe you set a goal and you had a goal date, but you didn't take action on it. Maybe your action steps didn't align with it. So if you're sitting there and you're like, well, I already did that. I already set a goal. I said I was going to be a diamond coach 5 months ago and I'm still not. Maybe once you hear the end of this call, the rest of these steps may be the missing piece that you haven't been doing, and it's going to help you get to diamond. So when I say a goal that stretches you, what that means is if you're 1 to 2 people away, or maybe like an emerald away from diamond, your goal should be no longer than 2 weeks max. And a stretch goal is 1 week. Like, give yourself a week and push yourself and work as hard as you can for that week, and you're going to get closer to that goal 100%. You may not hit that goal, but it feels a lot better to miss a goal that is like you're working really hard and you're giving it your all every single day and you still missed it. Doesn't matter because you still have time to hit it. So go chew your stick, please, and stop barking. You're not going outside. Sorry. It's driving me nuts. Dog mom problems. So.
Y luego resulta que.
Oh, Valeria, you're unmuted. I think it was you. Okay, so setting a goal that stretches you, like I said, if you have a couple people that you need to sign up or you got to help a couple people hit Emerald, 1 to 2 weeks max. Don't give yourself any longer because it's a lot harder to hit diamond if you take your time. And those of you who've been trying to hit diamond for a long time can agree, because as you will see, like as you sign up coaches, you lose a couple. And as you have some coaches hit Emerald, maybe somebody else goes inactive. So the quicker you go, you want to like go as hard as you can and not stop. So set that goal that stretches you. And then once you have that goal, you have to understand that it takes little goals to achieve that big goal. So if you have a goal of hitting diamond, that's not your only goal. You should have a goal of hitting Success Club 10 or more this month, no less than 10. You should have a goal of signing up at least 4 to 6 coaches every single month if you're pushing for diamond. And I know these things may sound scary, and maybe you're saying to yourself, I've never signed up 1 coach. I'm a brand new coach. This is my first call. I'm like freaking out. Do not freak out. These are things that you can do this. And the only thing that separates you from someone who's there is like they've decided to do it and they went for it. So even if you're brand new and this is your first day, don't tune this out, because this is something that is going to help you whether you want to push for diamond right now or you want to push for diamond in a month. But just know that pushing for it is only going to better your business whether you get there or not, because you're going to get closer to that goal. So your small goals may include Success Club 10, which means you're helping 5 people, signing up 4 to 6 coaches, creating 2 emeralds every single month. And I say every single month because once you get there, you can't stop. You can't just be like, I'm diamond and I'm good. Probably not going to be good next week. You have to have more than enough always. Once you have your goal, you want to have it in front of your face every single day. You want to write it down. You want to have it in your phone. You want to have it as your background on your phone. You want to print it out and put it on your desk, whatever you want to do. You want to see it every day. You want to say it. You want to speak it out every single day. You wake up in the morning, I am a diamond coach. I am a successful leader. You want to write it out. I am a diamond coach every day in a journal with your personal development and journaling that you're doing. And the most important of all is you want to share that goal with other people. So you want to share that goal with your coach. You want to share that goal with your team or your future team as they come on. We have a goal of being a diamond team and we're going to do this together and this is how we're going to do it. You want to share it with your significant other and let them know hey babe, I got a big goal. Probably not going to see me that much in the next couple of weeks. Just letting you know, but I promise it'll be worth it. And when I get there, it's going to be worth it for both of us, I promise. So just make sure the people around you know, the people that you're talking to on a daily basis on your team know, so that they can hold you accountable. And they also are there to support you with your goal too. Okay, so that's it for that one. Next. Here's 2 more beautiful diamonds on our team. The next thing is to make a plan. So in order to make a plan, a goal without a plan is not a goal. It's just a statement. So you have to have a plan of action. And the way that you want to do this is first, you have to understand what diamond even is and what it looks like. And if this is your first call, you're probably like, what the hell? I don't know what that means. But you will learn, so don't worry. But you have to know what a diamond business looks like. How many coaches do you need to be a diamond coach? How many emerald coaches do you need on your team? You know, these are things that you have to know because you can't get there if you don't know what you're trying to get to. Then you want to look at your downline. If you're brand new, you may not have one. You may not have any coaches yet. So you're going to make a list of all the people that you want to have on your team. And you're going to talk to them and you're going to reach out to them. But if you have some people on your team already and you're starting to grow, you want to take a look at them and you want to assess every single coach that you have on your team and say, okay, I've got 3 on my left, I've got 2 on my right, I've got half an emerald on my left, I got an emerald on my right, or maybe you don't have any emeralds. You want to look and see what you have versus what you need. You want to see who you can count on versus maybe who you can't. Maybe you have some discount coaches. Maybe you can't count on them being active every month. You have to literally assess every single coach on your team and have it written down. I have mine right here. This is mine for 10-star. Every single coach that has hit Success Club, who has not yet, who can, who did last month, literally I wrote everything down and I have it printed out and it's on my desk and I look at that every single day so I know what I can do to that day to help my business move forward. You also want to have a plan B, which means that you want to have a second option. You don't want to just have one plan. You know, let's say you're driving somewhere and you only have one way of getting there. You don't have and you get detoured and you have no other way of getting there. You need to have a plan B or a backup plan. So plan B may include your parents, your family members, your best friends, your cousins, your siblings. Plan B probably includes some family member. Plan B may be, you know, you have your spouse on one of your legs and you can always help them get to emerald. That's a plan B emerald. You don't want to have to depend on that, but it's something that could come in clutch. Let's say your goal is in 2 days and you haven't had you didn't create an emerald yet, get your significant other to emerald, you know, and also kind of be proactive about it. If you feel like the chances of you creating an emerald on that leg that you need one are kind of slim right now and you want to hit this goal, take action, put it in your own hands and make it happen. There's so many coaches on this team that you're literally 1 to 2 people away, and it's time to take action, put that into your own hands, and do what you can do legally to make it happen. Also, your plan A may include family. You may have family on your team already. You may have your mom and dad as your coaches. You may have siblings who are coaches too. He is driving me nuts today with the bells and the door. So make sure you have a second option. So if you have one person you're banking on them being emerald, don't just put all your eggs in that one person's basket. Make it a goal to sign up another coach on that leg who you know can get to emerald, or put it in your own hands, or reach out to your challengers that are in your challenge group and convert them to coaches. Or if you have discount coaches, let them know about the referral bonus that they can get if they refer 2 people and they sign them up. And you help them get that bonus by helping them sign up their first 2 coaches. Instead of them referring people to you, tell them that. You know, you have friends, you have family, anyone who's interested in being in our group next time around, ask them to be proactive and go out there and talk to them and see if they want to join us. And then you take action and help them sign them up. That's something that you can totally do. And I know a lot of you have discount coaches who don't have anyone signed up yet. That's something that you could do. And then you want to commit to doing 2 to 3 things every single day from your action list to move you closer to your goal. So here's my action list. Every day I have my goals. Like I said, I have all the things I have to do to get to them. And every night before I go to bed, I read it over and I take 2 to 3 things from this list and I write it on my to-do list for the next day. I cannot think in the morning enough to say, okay, what am I supposed to do today? I write my to-do list at night before I go to bed. So I wake up and it's right there for me. So I know exactly what I'm doing every single day when I wake up to move my business closer to my goal. So if your goal is diamond, that's something that you need to start doing, making sure that you're actually moving your business forward every day and not just spinning your wheels and doing stuff that's not actually moving your business forward. Okay. So now once you have a goal and you have a plan, it's time to take action. And taking action, especially when you have a goal of being a diamond coach, and especially when you're setting a stretch goal, which probably is a shorter amount of time than what you're normally setting for your goals, your actions have to be massive. Your actions have to match your goals. You can't say you want to be a diamond coach and then only invite 3 to 5 people every day, because you're not going to get there if your goal is in 2 to 3 weeks. It's just like numbers. That's just how it works. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the odds are not in your favor if you're only inviting like 5 people a day. So if you have a goal of hitting diamond, you have to work hard. You have to work harder than you've ever worked in your coaching business to get to this goal. And you don't want to push for Success Club 5. You want to push for 10 at this point, because missing 10 feels a lot better than missing 5. Because 5, you miss it completely. If you miss 10, you're probably going to get 6 to 8. You still hit Success Club, but you just really want to make sure that everything you're doing now is like, give yourself a solid week of working as hard as you can, harder than you've ever worked in your entire business, in your entire coaching career, and see how much that moves the needle forward. And just think, if you did that every single week, and that doesn't mean every day, work really hard 5 days a week and give yourself 2 days to do follow-ups and 2 days to kind of like plan your content and like take care of other stuff. But really commit to doing that, because doing that is going to help you get closer to that goal faster. And when you're taking massive action, you're going to see massive results. If you're taking like half-ass action and like baby steps, it's going to take forever, and you're going to see that in your results, because they're a direct reflection of that. So some things that you can do are, besides just pushing for Success Club 10, the number one most important action that you can take right now, especially if this is your goal, is invite like it's your job, because it is. And if you're used to doing 10, do more. If you do 5 a day, do 25. If you do 10 a day, do 30 or 40 a day. And it's not something that's impossible. And I literally sat down today for 30 minutes and I got 24 invites done in 30 minutes. I set a timer. I went on Instagram. I went through my followers, my people who liked my stuff, people who were watching my story, and I invited 24 people in half an hour. So it would take me an hour to invite close to 50 people to be either a coach or join my challenge group. So don't tell me that you don't have time to do it. If you get 25 done in 30 minutes, that's more than if you did 5 and it only took you 30 minutes, because you're focusing solely on that one activity. So take the activities like inviting and following up and posting, and go hard in those things. Don't worry about the other little things. Just really focus on the actions that are going to get you there and go hard in those. You have this amazing gift to share with people. So don't ever feel bad for sharing this with somebody. I know that you guys have big goals and you want your teams to grow, but you sharing this and inviting people is the best thing that you could do, not only for your business, but for them, for helping them. Because nobody has ever been like, I am so mad I signed up to be a coach on your team. I'm so mad. I'm so mad you invited me. Nobody's ever been upset that I've invited them to be a coach on this team, and nobody will ever be upset with you for giving them the opportunity to change their life. So don't ever for 1 second feel like you can't do it because of that. And if that's the case, go back to your PD and go hard in your personal development. The other tip, sign everyone as a coach. Now, this is something that it's a win-win, because you make more money when they sign up as a coach right away versus a challenger. You make a fast start bonus, which is typically a little bit more money than being a challenger. Now, that's not the only thing. You're saving them money, because they would be paying full price for their Shakeology. So now they're going to be paying a discounted price. They're going to get 25% off their shakes. Also, the chances of them sticking around longer are higher, because they're going to get the discount. They're not going to cancel because it's too expensive. They're going to fall in love with it. They're going to be talking to people about it naturally, and you're going to be able to show them like, hey, you can help these people too. Let me show you how to do that. And that's how you can create an emerald. From a discount coach who had no desire to work this business, just like me, that's what I was. And here I am today, you know, leading a team of amazing people that I never thought I'd be doing. And this was like something that I didn't want to do. So you never know. So signing them up as a discount coach is a win-win. Also, if you guys know, or maybe you didn't know, if you sign up 5 coaches in 5 weeks, you get a $100 bonus. So if you're pushing for diamond and you got to sign up a bunch of coaches, you're going to get a $100 bonus for every 5 coaches you sign up. So if that's not even added motivation, then I don't know what is for you to just go out there and sign up a shit ton of coaches and help them get to Emerald. That's literally all you have to do. And if you've gotten to Emerald, then you could teach somebody else how to do it too. And that's essentially what you're doing. You're hitting Emerald over and over and over again, and you're teaching 2 people or 4, if you want stability, how to do the same thing. How to sign up their spouse and how to sign up their best friend. That's all you have to do. You always want to be adding and creating emeralds. So like I said, once you get your 2, you do not want to stop. You always want to be adding so that you have stability and you're not freaking out because you're like, oh my God, I'm going to drop diamond. Because you should really make it a goal to hit diamond and never drop, because it took a lot of work to get there. So you don't ever want to drop out of that diamond spot. And I know sometimes things happen that we can't prevent, but if we are proactive about it and we have multiple emeralds or X amount of coaches more than we need, then these kind of things can potentially be prevented. And once you hit diamond, you want to have a goal of holding that for 6 weeks, not only for yourself, but also for the coach that helped you get there. It's going to help your coach's team and like your entire organization rank advance up an extra star. So if your coach is sitting at 1 star and you're a diamond, you're going to help your coach's team pop up to 2 star. And that's something that you did to help that your entire team. So it's not only a goal for you, it's a goal for your coach. It's a goal for the entire team, which is really amazing that all of that hard work that you're doing is paying off and showing in so many ways. And then lastly, you have to stay consistent. So you can't just set a goal and like make a plan and, you know, work hard at it and take massive action for a week and then just stop, because then you're going to take a couple steps back and that week of hard work is going to be nothing. So you want to be consistent with it. You want to be inviting like every single day or 5 days a week. You want to make it a priority to succeed. You know, if this is important to you, things that are important to us, we make time for. You know, we make time for our family. We make time to watch our favorite TV shows because it's important to us. You know, we make time for the people that we love. We need to make time for ourselves, and we need to make time for our business, because our business is going to help us create the life that we want to have. So make it a priority to succeed. Make time for your business. You know what time you go to work. You know what time you get home. So schedule time for your business. It's the same thing. This is your job. And if you wouldn't show up to your job and be like, actually, no, like it's not a priority for me to be here today, so I'm just going to go home. Like you wouldn't do that. So this is something that once you decide you're like, you really want to be successful with this, you have to treat it like a job, and you have to make sure that, I mean, it is a job, but it's a job that you love to do. So it's not something that it's like an actual job. It's not a regular job. It's a cool job. You know, it's something that is fun. You want to take those vitals, you want to 10x them. No, that doesn't mean you drink 10 Shakeologies and do 10 workouts. And no, it just means that whatever you're doing, you 10x that. So you do a little bit more than what you're currently doing. Taking massive action 5 days a week. Following up, just do it like Nike. I know it sucks. I hate following up. That's probably the one thing that I hate doing the most. But I know that I had to be followed up with, and I know that a lot of coaches on this team had to be followed up with several times before they decided to join us. So following up is critical, not only for your success in your business, but it also really shows that you do want to help this person. Because if you just invite somebody and they say no and you're like, whatever, screw them, and you never talk to them anymore, like how do you think that makes them feel? Like when I message someone, I genuinely want to help them. And if they're not ready now, that's fine. But I'm going to follow up with them because I actually want to help that person, whether it's now, whether it's 2 months from now. So following up is super duper important. And then your stories. If you're not on your stories, get on your stories. They are an amazing way for you to connect with people. And if you're not doing it, you have to do it. I know it's scary sometimes to talk on a video if you're not used to it, but it's definitely something that is going to move your business forward. Having a call to action in your stories, whether it's to your challenge group, to be a coach on your team, think about what your goal is and cater your calls to actions to that. So, you know, if you want some coaches that want to work the business, then maybe you should have calls to action for that. If you want to fill your challenge group, then you should have calls to action for challengers. So it depends on what your goals are. If you're pushing for diamond, you probably want business building coaches, but also you know that challengers could become coaches too. So either way. And then you want to show up like you want your team to show up, like you want your future team to show up, because your coaches are only going to do like half of what you do or less. And you're never going to attract anyone to you who's better than you. And I know that kind of probably like hits you really hard, like, well, shit, I better like level up then because I want these awesome people on my team, right? So if you want to attract rock stars, you have to be a rock star. You can't be inconsistent with your business and expect to attract like a Bonnie Engel or an Amy Silverman to your team, because like that's not going to happen. So you have to show up every day. You have to make sure that this is important to you. This is a priority for you, because the people that are going to sign up with you are going to treat it like a job and treat it like something that's important as well if you do. If you don't show up for a couple days and you're inconsistent and you're not inviting, and you're not going to attract someone to you who is going to be that coach that you want. So be the coach you want to attract. Like that's probably the best thing that I could tell you, like be that coach you want on your team. And then, sorry, I burped. One last thing that I wanted to show you is something that I did for the entire month of May, and I had the best month ever in May. I think I hit Success Club like 46 or something. I broke my record, and I didn't do it 2 months after that. I don't know why. And then I didn't have my best months those months. So this is something that does work, tried and true. I used to do this when I started, and then I stopped because I was like trying to do other fancy shit, but getting back to pen and paper. So what I encourage you guys to do every day, or for 5 days this week, 5 days, Monday through Friday. I know Monday's already over, so maybe, after this call, literally after this call, you can do this. So no excuse. You're going to take a paper, you're going to write your number 1 to however big your paper is. Mine's only 25 lines, so I've got 50 on a page. And you're going to invite 50 people. If you can only get 25, that's better than just going for 5. Am I right? If someone tells you to do 5 invites or do 10 invites a day, you probably do 5, you probably do 10, and then you stop. But if you've got more time, like if you give yourself 30 minutes, you can do so many more. So what I want you to do 5 days a week, write number 1 to whatever on the sheet. You can't do 50, whatever, but you should do at least 20. That's like, if you should do at least 20 if you really want to move your business forward. And what you're going to do when they answer, you'll circle their number. When they, if they're already working with a coach, you can put a line through them because obviously they're already taken care of. If they are interested, you can put a star. If they say no after they respond, you can put an X through their number because they said no for now. If they sign up, you can highlight them. And then the other step, if you want to take it a step further, first what you can do is on your follow-up days, just go through all the circles and follow up with those people. It's probably the easiest, bare bones way. So if you want to keep it super simple, just do it that way. Write down every single person you invite. When they answer, circle them. And if they are working with the coach, cross them out. If they say no, put an X. If they sign up, highlight. And then on your follow-up days, just go through the circles. Now, if you already have Streak set up, if you already have Asana set up, listen, I said if you already have this set up, then you could plug them into that if it's something that you're already using. If you're not, and it's going to be something extra for you to learn how to do and set up and figure out right now, don't worry about it, because you've got big goals right now. You want to be a diamond coach. We've got some deadlines coming up for you guys to reach your goals. You set these goals, trying to figure something out. It's not the time to figure out new shit. It's the time to do what we know that works and just go hard with it. And doing this for 5 days a week, if you do this for 5 days a week and you invite 40 to 50 people every single day for 5 days this week, you will hit Success Club by the end of the week. Guaranteed. If you're following up, I hit Success Club 10 the first week of the month, and I did just this. That's it. So making sure that you're setting aside time to do it. If you got to wake up early to do it, wake up early to do it. If you know that you put it off, then definitely wake up early to do it. But just doing this, keeping it super simple. When you have goals like this and you've got deadlines coming up and you have a short amount of time to do something, you have to just do the things that are going to move your business forward. Forget the extra fluff. Forget about the other shit and just invite, follow up, post. Invite, follow up, post. And of course, stay consistent with your fitness journey and your Shakeology. That's literally it, plus personal development. The vitals. Nothing extra, no extra fancy shit. Just literally do that. So I want to know who's going to be the next diamond. Who's going to be next? Ashley's going to be next. Morgan's going to be next. Who thinks they're going to be next? Valeria's going to be next. Anyone? Any takers? Tara? Sorry, I'm flipping through. It's taking me a minute. All right, so we've got some people who are pushing for diamond, and I wanted to, I have Brittany's video. Let me do that first. So I wanted to share, Brittany recorded a video ahead of time because she's at work right now and she can't physically speak on the call. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pass it over to the diamonds. They're gonna share their tips for hitting diamond, like why it's important, how it's changed their business. But first, let's hear a word from Brittany. So let me know if you can hear this. Just thumbs up.
Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick little video since I can't be on the call live, but I wanted to share kind of my experience with becoming diamond. And initially I was totally one of those people who built diamond up to be this big unattainable goal. I mean, I saw all these women that I looked up to on the team that were diamond, and I was like, they're awesome. They're way more awesome than I am. Like, why would I be able to get to diamond? And it took a lot of personal development to realize, like, why not me? Sorry, cat's over here being crazy. So you really just have to have that mindset shift of, okay, I can do this. It's as simple as becoming emerald. If you're already an emerald coach, you can become diamond just as quickly as you did emerald if you're willing to put in the work. If you're not an emerald coach yet, you got to get there first, and that'll help you build confidence. But really, it just takes breaking down your goal. You have to think about, okay, what if I offer the discount opportunity to as many challengers as possible right when they sign up? Because that's going to help you get active coaches to help you qualify towards diamond. And then you just need to teach some of your coaches how to get to emerald the same exact way you did. If you give yourself 6 months to hit diamond, you may hit it after 6 months. It may take even longer. But if you set a more aggressive goal, you're going to work harder to get to it. So I had this vision of, okay, I want to be diamond, but I never really set a goal date. And I was like, oh, maybe by the end of the year. I gave myself like 8 months to do it, which is insane because then I was just kind of taking actions here and there, not consistent, massive action. But then after I went to Summit last year, I was so fired up that I came back and was like, I'm giving myself 1 month to become diamond. And I think I did it within like 2 weeks after Summit, because I just like set this goal and I took actions to do it. I took the limit off of myself. I just got my mind, I made myself stop thinking about diamond as this crazy unattainable thing. It really is very simple if you're willing to take the consistent actions that will get you there. And once you become diamond, I mean, your credibility just goes up so much. You feel more confident in your coaching abilities because you've set a bigger goal and you've reached it, and it just kind of paves the way to set even more goals. It's transformed my business in that way. It's also just with income, it makes a big difference. You get paid $18 per cycle for Team Cycle Bonus as a diamond, which as an emerald, you only get paid $14, which $4 a cycle might not seem like a big difference, but if you're cycling 10 times, that's a $40 difference. So you can imagine how that increases each week and over time and as you're getting more volume and everything. So it's been great for income. You also earn a 10% matching bonus for any Team Cycle Bonus that any of your coaches make. So that's been great too. Let's see, how else has it transformed my business? I think it's just awesome. When you become diamond, you are starting to build a tribe of people that are following you, and you're getting these business partners, and it becomes so much more than just you and your 1 or 2 coaches. You're starting to build your tribe, and that's when the fun really happens. When you're at Summit and you're bringing your coaches, that is just the most fulfilling feeling ever. To see that you are having an impact on your coaches' lives, for me, that's been so much more important than anything income or related or anything like that. Just knowing that you are changing lives, not only with your challengers, but with coaches. You're giving people this business opportunity to empower them to change their lives. So if you're not diamond yet, set an aggressive diamond goal date. Make it something that scares you so that you're willing to take intense, massive action to get there. Don't give yourself 6 months. Don't give yourself a year, because you'll take that longer if you do that. But if you set a short-term goal to become diamond and you take the actions to match that goal, you're going to get there. And even if you fall short, you're still going to end up somewhere pretty awesome. So I encourage you all to set a diamond goal date and let your coach know.
All right. So that was a word from Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. I know you're on the call, so thank you for doing that ahead of time. Awesome points. Really great stuff there. So as you can see, like, there's a lot of people on this team who have achieved diamond. So why not you? Like Brittany said, why not you? Just go for it. I mean, the worst that could happen is you miss it, and then you set that goal again and you go for it again. So set a scary goal. Set one that pushes you, that stretches you. Set an aggressive goal. I really like that word to use for setting a goal. Yeah, she recorded that ahead of time. So who wants to go next and speak on that same topic? Why you chose to go diamond, how it's affected your business? Just unmute yourself, and Christy, raise your hand, or whoever.
Yeah, I can go.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Everybody just left, so I'm just hopping on. I heard bits and pieces, and I heard a piece of what Brittany said as far as discount coaches. So I was someone who went diamond very quickly because rewards motivate me. And when I signed up, I think it was 6 to 7 weeks before the deadline to get recognized at Summit as a diamond coach. So I went to my very first Summit 5 months after I signed up. And so that was my motivating factor. And you can use the same things as if there's deadlines for your retreats or deadlines for whatever it is. Deadlines motivate me. And so I went diamond. I went emerald very quickly and then went diamond within, I think, 6 weeks. And I got there with discount coaches. And it's 100% okay to get to diamond with discount coaches. It's not okay to get to diamond with discount coaches and just stop, because I 100% promise you, you're going to lose diamond within a week or two, because discount coaches don't stay around, or they don't stay active because they don't really want the shakes every single month. So just because you get to diamond with discount coaches doesn't mean you stop. You just keep going. You keep adding people. You keep adding discount coaches, but you also keep looking for people who actually do want to work the business. And I will say that it took me a long time to find those working coaches, but for the last, I don't know, 6 or no longer than that, since last October, November, I've been a very solid diamond because I just kept looking and I kept trying to find the people who wanted and saw the business opportunity outside of the discount. I also pitched the discount to basically everyone. And it's a good and a bad thing, because either way, I mean, it's your personal preference, but I always give that person the option when they first sign up. I talk about it as being a VIP member or a discount member. I don't really say the word coach very often because that scares people away, unless they ask me like, hey, it's telling me I'm signing up as a coach. What is this? But besides that, I just tell them, because they are going to get a discount, and it's really a no strings attached deal, because if anything happens, they can cancel. And so I do encourage you to talk about the discount to everyone, but don't just talk about the discount. Lead with the opportunity first. And if they're like, that's not really my thing, you can say, okay, well, you don't have to do that yet. I always say to people, you don't have to do this yet. We'll sign you up as a discount member first, and you'll get plugged into our team page so you can see. I put all of my discount members in my team page so they can see the community that we have, and they see the team cycle bonuses every Thursday, and they see the national wake up call every Monday, and they see everything that's going on in the team page. So they eventually want to know further. I actually had someone message me, is she on here? Because I'm just not getting on here. No, she works on Mondays. She was going to catch the recording. She was like, hey, I saw that Fit Fam call. It's on Mondays. Can I come on those? And I was like, yes. She has no, and I told her they're business calls, but I would love for her to be on them. And so she's going to watch this recording and be like, she called me out. But she saw that, and she was only here for the discount, but she sees it in the team page, and they get, FOMO, and they want to know what's going on. And eventually, most people like me, who was a discount coach for a hot second, sign up as a discount coach and end up doing something. So just give it to everyone, but don't stop. Keep looking for people, keep adding people. And what else was I supposed to say? I'm sweating.
Just how it like changed your business for you.
It gave me a sense of pride. I was really, really, really proud of myself when I was at Summit, because there are a lot of people who walk around at Summit with just basic coach or emerald tags on their, their accolades on their thing. And I was like, I've only been a coach for 5 months and I'm already a diamond. And I was really proud of myself for pushing that. But also, one of my emeralds was my husband. So that's another thing about signing up your spouse, because I controlled his business. So when I had an emerald pop on my left, I immediately built my husband's account to emerald, because then that made me diamond. Mm-hmm. And I'm a lifetime 1-star diamond. Guess who my diamond was? He was my husband. So that's another big thing, long-term goals. But when you're signing up a spouse or a sibling or a mom or whomever, when you're signing up that other person to get yourself to Emerald, it's not just to get you to Emerald. It's going to benefit you down the road too.
Good point.
That's it. Thank you, Valeria. My nails actually really need filled. I'm going tomorrow.
That's a super good point. I'm happy that you brought that up because I know a lot of coaches on this call maybe are still pushing for Emerald and they didn't maybe realize how important it is to get their spouse signed up for their other goals of hitting diamond and 1-star and continuing to grow. So thanks for bringing that up. It's a good point. And have a good day again. All right, who else is on here? I see Lauren, I see Emmy, whoever wants to go.
What is it? What made me decide?
Yeah, like why you went for it and how it changed your business.
Okay. So when I was like a month into coaching, I think, Carolyn posted in the team page that she was looking to build 5 diamonds, and I had no idea what that meant. I accidentally hit Emerald, like not really knowing what I was doing my first month as a coach. Like didn't even know I was actually inviting people and they signed up as coaches. And then Carolyn said she wanted to build 5 diamonds and she was like, who's in? And I was like, I messaged her and said, I don't know what you're talking about and I know I'm brand new, but I want to do it. And it was like 5 months from the time I signed up, I think was like the goal date for it. And I was like, that's probably not enough time. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what I'm doing or like how to use this website or anything. And Carolyn was like, no, you can totally do it. And I ended up doing it in like 3 months, I think, from the time I signed up. So like 2 months from the time I decided. And that was having literally no idea what diamond meant when I agreed to do this. And to get there, I'm someone who has no one in my family in my downline. Not a single, well, actually that's a lie now because my oldest brother just signed up because he needs it. But I'm so excited. I've been trying to do that for 3.5 years. He's the first person though in my family to sign up. So it's amazing when people have parents and spouses and everything. And if you have those people who will support you and who will do it, absolutely, that's amazing, and like utilize it. But I didn't have that, and my family is very supportive of me doing this, but they want nothing to do with it themselves. So I built my diamond without any like plan B people at all. So it's totally possible. So if you're someone who's finding that you're like telling your family and they're like, I don't really want to get involved in that, or like they're like weird about it, eventually, maybe 3.5 years down the line, they'll sign up. It's fine. But like, don't let that discourage you because there are still people who want to do it. And like I said, like I hit Emerald by accident. I was talking to 2 of my very good friends. I was saying how excited I was about what I was doing. And they both were immediately like, can we do that? And they also became my 2 Emeralds that got me to diamond, those 2 people. And one of them, the very first coach I ever signed up, is still a coach on my team. She signed up 2 weeks after I signed up as a coach. So she's been a coach for 3.5 years. She's still here. Sometimes she works the business, sometimes she doesn't, but like she's still here. So it's totally possible if you don't have those like plan B, like, you know, family, spouse, etc. people. But you do have to talk about it, and the more excited you are about it, the more excited other people get about it. So like just share what you're doing like a normal human being. Don't try to like be a robot or be like, oh, well, like I'm trying to do this thing. Like just have a conversation with people. And your energy will help feed into their energy. And like when I started pushing for diamond, those 2 people who got me to Emerald were like, wait, what are you doing? I want to do that too. How do I do that? Oh, I can make money doing this? Cool. And so like we did it together as a unit. So if you have coaches on your team who are, even if they're not like working coaches, but maybe they're interested in like getting their Shakeology free or making like $14 every couple weeks. Like, talk to them still, because you still might find that they will at least get themselves to Emerald so that they can benefit even more. So that's just a side note. How it impacted my business, I mean, I know Brittany touched on this in a lot of detail, so I won't get too into detail, but income is a huge thing. And to be like, to, you know, full disclosure here, a few months back, I went through a very rough period of time with like my personal life for various reasons. And I felt like I was like pouring from an empty cup, and I had to take like step back from my business for a minute. And during that time, it was like maybe like a month and a half, I still made a paycheck every single week. And it wasn't like an $18 paycheck every week. I made a legitimate paycheck every single week. And I'm not saying you should do that. And I'm not saying you should like build your business and then hit the brakes at all. Like, I wish I hadn't done that, but I, at that point, had really like no choice. But I can tell you that, like, because of all of the work I had put in up until that point, for the 3 years up until that point, my team was producing so much volume. I had so much residual income from customers and free leads from Beachbody, and from like, you know, paid leads from Beachbody, and all these things that I had earned over the course of time and built over the course of time, that I was still making like real actual money every single week, despite the fact that I was like essentially sobbing in my bed every day for a month and a half. So like, income wise, like, it makes a huge, huge difference. You know, when you first start coaching, you're not necessarily making a paycheck every week. You know, you are making commission. And then when you hit Emerald, like, you know, you're still like, you're building up to that point. But like, when you build a solid diamond team, so not just like, you know, yes, you can build it with your discount coaches, but as you start to grow more and you start to get working coaches under you, and you build more than just your like 4 and 4, you know, you like really build your legs up, like, you start to make a much, much bigger income, and that's huge. Hey, Becca, sorry, my roommate just got home. So that was, I mean, that's huge. The just like empowerment you feel and the pride that you feel from reaching a goal like that, the amount that it makes you step up as a leader is huge, because you suddenly realize, like, one, that you are capable of being a leader, because now you have what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people under you minimum at that point, and that's 12 people who chose to follow you. So you, whether you realize it or not, like, you're a leader. You're a leader at that point. I mean, you're a leader when you're in Emerald, but like, you have 12 people who believe in you, who are looking up to you and listening to you, and that's pretty powerful feeling. I won't go to, I'll stop now, so Emmy has things to talk about, but now I'm sweating.
You're good. Yeah, I was just gonna let you keep going. You were on a roll.
Yeah. Sorry, I realized like I didn't want to take every point.
That's okay. No, thank you for sharing that too, and being super transparent about everything. Thank you. I think Alicia's gonna go next, and then we'll have Emmy close it up, and then we'll be good. I think that's everyone that's on here. I'm not missing anyone, right? Are we good?
Great.
Go ahead, Alicia.
Quick condensed version to speed through really quick. I think my main thing is, as a diamond, is that I learned that you can't always take no for what it is, because when I first started, this was 3 years ago, and I said yes to coaching. I went for it. I was having a great time, and then I just stopped because I just did. There was no rhyme or reason. But I did come back, and anytime I did need any help, like, Carolyn was there for me. So she built the relationship that we kind of already had, but she built it in the Beachbody world too, rather than just real life where we know each other, just backstory. But so it took me, I'm the complete opposite of Christy. It took me about 7 months from the day I signed up to get Diamond. And what the reasoning behind that was because I didn't take it seriously. I thought I did. In my head, I was like, I'm doing so well. Look at me inviting all these people. I'm posting. And in reality, I thought I was doing it, but I wasn't. I was just throwing out a big net to whoever would catch it. And then I got like little minnows or here and there that just they weren't real people that actually cared. They weren't my people. We just weren't there. But I don't know. I'm just going all over the place really quick. But I think I also realized that when you do put your mind to it and actually go for it, you can. My biggest motivation is actually helping people, and not just how we all like to help people, but I get motivated by helping people, my success helping people. So I know we were trying to hit elite last year, and I was one of the ones who needed to hit diamond to do it. And I just had such a belief in Beachbody and everything with it because I had such great results. And forever, I owe so much to Carolyn just for fixing my whole demeanor and everything about me, that I was like, okay, she wants me to be diamond, I'm gonna do it for her. I was down to the wire, sending out last minute links and everything. I mean, I hit it, I did it. It just, I needed that push. And for some people, it might just be, signing up your family. My family, I had my mom who signed up just for my sake, and I paid her back for it. But none of my family actually does it. And I know that a lot of people always say, oh, you can sign up all your family and all that stuff. And that's great. But if you don't have that strong family supportive background, that's okay. You can still do it. I reached out to my friends. I reached out to my best friends. I even had my best friends sign up. They didn't want to do it. I don't care. I needed them. They did it for me, and I got to my goal. And then that way, when I signed up someone the next day and the next week, I could replace those people, but I was diamond and I was solid and I was ready to go. So I'm not a solid diamond. I'm one of the rare ones over here, or maybe not, but taking my little lull, you need to get your solid emeralds, because I lost one emerald, and because of that, or she lost one coach, and because of that, I dropped my diamond rank just because she lost one coach and she was just an emerald with 2 coaches. So you also want to give that importance to your coaches, that yes, you've got 2 coaches, you're an emerald, but keep going, because otherwise you can't depend on them staying that way forever. But the way that it's changed my business is because it's given me a lot of confidence in terms of when I'm talking to people, I know what I'm talking about. I have coaches that are working, and that is the funnest thing ever. So even if you have just, the fake emeralds that, they just signed up, got it done, when you have actual working coaches who believe in it just as much as you do, and you're actually seeing people's before and afters, and they're sharing their customers before and afters, that's when it's like, oh my goodness, I'm creating something here. People are learning from me. I'm teaching people. This is great. So that's my quick little story. The end.
Thank you, Alicia. You cracked me up. I was throwing a net and I caught a few minnows. Oh my goodness. All right. Thanks so much. And then we've got Emmy to close it up with Bring the Heat. Close this call.
Okay. Alicia, I love your face. You crack me up. I'm so used to seeing you on Instagram stories. I miss hanging out with you in real life. So I've been trying to remember this whole call, and to be totally honest with you, I barely remember a time not being diamond. I hit diamond. I was trying to remember, and I honestly don't know. I think it was about 4 months. Does that sound about right? I know I signed up as a coach in March, and I think I hit it around July, something like that, but I could be off by a little bit. But pretty much from the day I signed up, I think that's right. I remember where I was standing in my kitchen when I hit it, but I don't remember exactly what month it was.
I remember you calling me, and we were crying on the phone together.
Yeah, because then you hit 2-star.
Yeah.
It was a big day. Yeah. So I pretty much was one track mind, focused on hitting diamond from the get-go. I pretty much came into this business rearing to go from not day one, but like week one. So I was always just focused on it. And to be honest, I never really thought about it that much. It was just what I knew you did. It wasn't really like maybe I'll do that. Carolyn told me to hit emerald, and I was like, all right. And then she was like, all right, now diamond's next. And I don't remember ever really considering any other option. It was just what I knew that I was supposed to do if I wanted to be serious in this business. And I really didn't think of it, like I said, as a maybe I'll do that, maybe that'd be nice or that'd be cool. It was just what I was working on. And I'm a pretty obsessive kind of person. I have like an obsessive personality. When I set my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. So it was just not an option not to hit it. And at the time when I was a coach, I know you guys know me now as doing this full time, but I was in my next to last, I guess it was, semester of graduate school. I was getting my master's degree at Florida State. I actually signed up to be a coach the week of final exams and the day I came home from the hospital from a surgery. So it was not like I was doing this at an opportune time in my life. I was working for the state of Florida. I had not even a 9 to 5. It was like an 8 to 8. People actually spent the night at my office some nights because we would work such late nights because I worked for the legislative session. And so I signed up also. I was doing all this during the legislative session, which meant literally people would spend the night at our office. And I would leave work to go to school on my lunch break, come back to work, and then most of the times have night classes as well. Plus I had an unpaid internship or 2, I think, at the time. And I had a serious relationship I was trying to be present for and all that. So I had a lot going on. So I was not doing this full time. I wasn't always a full-time coach like I am now. So the period where I was hustling to diamond was probably the busiest I've ever been in my life. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was working round the clock. I passed up a lot of happy hours with my friends. I passed up a lot of weekend fun, beach trips and everything that people were doing around me. I remember very distinctly my boyfriend at the time getting like pretty annoyed with how distant I was because I told him I was like, I'm going to be working every spare second I have toward this goal because it really matters to me. And I mean, there were nights where I would just be in bed and he would be asleep next to me and I was still working and sending out invites on my phone because I also had about 100 pages or so of reading a night because I had a full load of classes. So it was not glamorous getting to diamond. And I don't think I've ever really worked that hard other than the 6 weeks where I was hustling really, really hard to hold 2-star. So it takes a lot of grunt work. It was not pretty. I was very tired. I did not sleep as much during that time when I was really, really pushing as I would like to. And basically I was getting up at like 6 a.m., sending invites every spare second of my day while my coffee was being made in the morning, sending audios when I drove. I mean, don't do anything dangerous, but I was sending messages at red lights every second in between classes, walking to the water cooler at work. I would play games with myself to see like how many invites I could send between my cubicle and the water fountain. Every pee break. So basically it just took for me using every little snippet of time that I had. I did not waste time. I did not scroll. I can straight up say that I was way more productive during that time than I am now as a full-time coach. And that's what it really took. And it was pretty much, I was just so uber focused on that. And I will also say, not to just make this sound like no fun and just be, and I know I'm supposed to be like ending this on a high note, but I'm just going to be real with you guys. My first 3 coaches all canceled like the same day they signed up. And I really wanted to quit initially. And getting into diamond for me was pretty much just ugly. I had a ton of people sign up and then cancel. And I remember crying all the time. And it just did not seem like it was going to happen because every time I'd get like 1 step forward, I felt like I took 2 back. So I just basically, I guess, like I'm just trying to remember where I was at with my kind of approach to get there. But basically my approach was just, I signed up a ton of coaches. I was recruiting really heavy. I remember pretty early in my business, like signing 8 to 10 coaches every month for months in a row. And to me, that's what I had to do because I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to sign 5 people and 3 of them are going to cancel, then I'm just going to sign 10 and I'll always have extra people. And I remember that's pretty much what it took. I just recruited really, really heavy. I was pretty much speaking on team calls and sneak peeks, even as a baby coach, having no idea what the heck I was doing because I knew that I had to like take that leadership role and put myself out there. So that's basically how I got to diamond. It was not pretty. It was like I said, every time I felt like I was getting somewhere, I'd have a couple more people cancel. So I learned really early on the importance of recruiting really heavily and having extra people. And like Carolyn said, having plan B people. And I did do one thing that helped me a ton, which is I mapped out my diamond. Like I know a lot of you guys have already been doing or are encouraged to do, or you get that sheet. I just had mine on a whiteboard on my wall where I had the 8 people I knew I needed plus the 2 diamonds. I filled in those names, or I filled in those bubbles with names of people that I wanted on my team. And then underneath each one in parentheses, I put like a backup person. So I had, okay, this is my dream team, but if none of these people sign up, this is my kind of understudy dream team of people that I also know are kind of in the pipelines that I was talking to. So I prepared, or I had people in mind, way more people in mind than I needed. And I do think that helped a lot, because out of those people that I assumed would sign up, probably half of them did, probably half of those people canceled. So yeah, I just always went above and beyond and had more people than I needed. And I still approach my business that way, because I know that if I sign up 10 people in a month, maybe one's going to be really awesome and maybe 6 or 7 are going to cancel, and then the others will kind of hang out, and that's fine. So I would just say, shoot for way more than you think you need. If you've got like 2 gaps in your diamond map that need filling, don't shoot to sign up 2 coaches, shoot to sign up 10, because that's just being realistic. Trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, how it changed my business was it really just made me feel validated as a leader. And as soon as I was diamond, I saw myself as a leader. It also, of course, like everybody else has said, changed my income a lot. And by the time I hit diamond, I was already kind of in the back of my mind, like, oh, I may not want to work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life. Like, I really think I might want to make this my main gig. And so hitting diamond was just kind of the first step in going full-time as a coach, which I was able to do when I graduated grad school. I didn't have to find a job. I actually phased myself out of my jobs and did this entirely, and have since never found a real job. I've been doing this since then. So yeah, for me, it gave me a lot of pride and confidence in my business. It made me see myself as a leader and brought me out of my shell. And that's when I created my own team and team page and all that. So I'm sweating now too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but yeah, I would just say over prepare. Don't shoot for the minimum. Don't be naive about it and think that like if you need 2 people, then you're just going to go sign up 2 people and then you're good. You got to keep shooting for more than you think you need. Is the best I can say about that. But yes, this is a real job, but you know what I mean. I got the pleasure of like never again looking on Indeed or Simply Hired or any of those job search sites. Didn't have to ever find another job, and just did this. So, but yes, this is definitely a real job.
Yes.
I think that's everything.
Now that our armpits are all sweaty from all this passion that we're pouring out on this call. This was amazing, you guys. I'm so happy that we had this call leading up right after our Emerald call. This was a great way to follow that up. And as you have heard now, don't have to just take my word for it. Everyone's journey to diamond was different. Everyone got to diamond in a different way. Everyone had different struggles, different challenges. Some people took longer than others. Some people did it faster than others. But either way, it doesn't matter. They worked really hard that entire time that they were pushing for diamond. And the time that they hit it was when they decided, they made a plan, they took action, and they were consistent. Those 4 things that I talked about today. Now, it wouldn't be a great call if we didn't have you guys set your goals. So we're going to have somewhere in the team page for you to actually let us know when you're going to be a diamond by. And we're going to set aggressive goals, because that's the word that Brittany used, and I really like that. So aggressive goals to get you to your big goal, because we're done setting baby goals. We're done setting goals that like are comfortable. We're going to set scary goals that push us, because that's how we're going to get better, when we push ourselves. Yeah, your hands are shaking. So thank you for everyone who came out to this call. And I know we went a little longer, but it was well worth it. So many knowledge bombs, so much like empowerment coming out of this call. I hope that all of you leave this call with the idea and like the belief in yourself that you can make diamond happen, that you can get there, and you're going to take action to make it happen. And we're just all going to be super excited when we get to celebrate you. And we're starting to talk about our diamond retreat, and we got to have more people there. We're looking at some pretty cool places. So if you want to be on those trips, you gotta work your business. You got to get there. You got to earn them. So I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited to get out there, crush your goals, make diamond happen, and let's just, and Summit too, Summit, and make sure that, you check the team page and let us know, because accountability is everything when you're setting a goal like this. But that's all. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye. Go hit Diamond. Bye.
Bye.